Hey everybody, Merry Christmas and almost Happy New Year. This is Jessica Lynn from Jessica Lynn Original. Over the course of 2020, I realized a lot of things, and that is that I love to be able to tell stories through my art. So, what I've decided to do for 2021, we're going to be evolving the company. We're going to be changing from just stamps to digital stamps and illustrations. And I have already started prepping for being able to share with you guys my very first book. So I am so excited. I'm going to share some of the art, not all of it. You're going to have opportunities to see me working on the book and stuff like that. So I'm so excited. So please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Costs nothing. All of our content, as far as what we're going to share here on YouTube, is free and available. We did just recently start a fun YouTube digital stamp club, where if you're interested in getting some of the digital stamps that you might see me draw, they will be available to you. Not all of them. But I wanted to show you a little bit about my process. So I hand draw everything. I draw it with a black Pilot pen. Not sponsored, but truly they are my absolutely favorite pen to use, and I love the size 10 because it makes just a little bit of a thicker line. I'm very picky when it comes to my stamps and my designs, and I do enjoy a thicker line, so I love that. So I don't know about all of you. I did not grow up knowing Star Wars or any of that. I mean, I knew the characters, Chewbacca, Darth Vader, etc. But I wasn't really into the movies. I hadn't even watched them, which sounds terrible. But I hadn't. And so my kind of gateway into the Star Wars world has become The Mandalorian. I've always been a Disney fan, but never really, sort of got it. And my husband was like, all right, you need to watch this because I think you're going to like it. And I was like, I don't know. All right, I'll give it a shot. Let me tell you, from scene one, from the very first season, I've been hooked. We watch it together every Friday when they've shared it. I'm so glad that Disney Plus is not allowing you to kind of purge and watch all of it in one sitting. I like that they make us wait, like old school, like what we used to do. So anyway, I thought what I would do is show you part of my process. So I literally go in, draw these from hand. I do the cleanup work. Now, I didn't show the cleanup work. Sometimes it takes a little bit because I'll go into my photo programs, do some editing, tweak the lines. This time I decided to go with exactly what I drew. One of the things that I thought was kind of fun about this design was when I did his helmet, I went back and kind of started to get a little sketchy around his helmet to add extra lines. And I really kind of liked how they ended up turning out, so I left them in. And what I thought was, because baby Grogu, or Yoda, is really small, the child is really small, so I almost felt like it was like a landmark, like the way I drew it. It almost feels like it's like a statue, like you can go and get your picture with it. And obviously it's Christmas time, so I thought this would be really fun. I wanted to make a card that I could send to my friends who are hooked on this show as well, so that was why I drew this. I'm going in just using a little bit of Copic markers. I always start light, build dark, and then I find a middle tone that I'll come back in and do shadowing. But again, I love being able to do this and to be able to offer these fun, sharing with you my art. And I think one of these days soon I'm going to have to do some lives. With our lives, there is a chat feature, so it's really fun because we can be interactive a little bit more than I am available when I just produce videos, because you can comment down below or you can like it, but we can't kind of interact. So I plan on in 21 doing more interactive like that, where you can watch me actually do this process. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I really look forward to it. Now, again, this one I decided to do in more gray tones, like lighter. I think the first one was too dark and heavy. The second one, I just wasn't loving it. So I went for the third one, and it's the one I'm actually going to end up using for my card. So we're going to go ahead and color, and then we will go ahead and cut this out. Now for me, because I have the ability to be able to go in, draw the art, and then do this, sometimes I don't have time to wait for die cuts or anything like that. So it's the reason that for me the Brothers Scan and Cut works well. And again, not sponsored. I purchased all this stuff on my own. But the Brothers Scan and Cut allows me to be more creative, and I can draw what I have, or if your kids drew something, you could use it to cut it out. It's just, I love it. So basically I scan it in, it goes ahead and finds the lines, I add in all the extra, and then I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. And what I love is that it will find the edges, and if I want to add a little bit of a white border, I can do that. So for me, I think what the exciting thing is I can literally draw an image. 5 minutes later, clean it up. 5 minutes later, color and print it. 5 minutes later, go in and cut it. And within half an hour, I can have an original hand-drawn card ready to go. So I mean, it's kind of exciting. And I think for you, as someone who may be watching this who likes card making, I mean, I think that's kind of a cool thing for you too, because we could interact, I could draw, share it right away, and you guys move forward. Or if you go out and purchase digital stamps, no matter where they are, and I've shared a lot of other companies in the last couple of weeks because I just feel like there are amazing artists out there as well that I wanted to promote this year. And one of the things that I love is with digital stamps, you can download them and have the art immediately, which is amazing. I mean, the only thing to remember about digital stamps is obviously the art belongs to whomever the company is that you purchased them from. They're just allowing you rights to be able to go in and use it for sale purchase. You can probably, depending on what their angel policy is, you may be able to use it to sell cards, but it's not meant to be that you're going to go sell that image because that belongs to them, or turn it into your own stamp, or turn it into whatever because it belongs to that person. But I love this. I think it is so cute. I think he looks so adorable. And I just kind of give him this like it's Christmas face. So cute. Well, let's go ahead and finish cutting this out, and then we will go ahead and assemble. I have a lot of Christmas paper. I have said it many times. I absolutely probably own entirely too much paper. I have a whole cabinet. Because every time I see paper, I go, ooh, that'll look good with this or this or this. And I'm going to end up using something that looks like brown, I don't know what it would be called. It's kind of just like a potato sack, I guess is the best way I can describe it, because it just looks natural. And I just think for this card, it needs to have a very natural, homegrown kind of look. Because I always feel like when you watch any of the Star Wars, because I have seen them all now, long story short, right? And I've watched all the Mandalorians, so they're good. I cannot wait till next year. So I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to ruin anything because I don't know who all's watching it over Christmas, but way good. The ending of season 2, we were wrapping presents watching it, and it was pretty emotional. Like, it was so sweet, and I think that's the thing I like, is that they found that mix between something that my husband would like to watch, but also enough heart and enough feeling in the show that it's something I would want to watch. And then you add an adorable child, and next thing you know, it's something the whole family watches. So, and the other thing it's nice is it's Star Wars bloody, if that makes sense. So it's not like in some of the movies, So I'm going to go ahead. I'm just super easy card. I mean, literally this card is just, it was focused more on me drawing the art and then applying that. And I'm going to go ahead and just put a nice little crease on the back there. And then I'm going to use a stamp set from Jessica Lynn Original to use the sentiment. One of the sets that we have at our company is called Operation Snowball. And Operation Snowball is a really cute little Brentwood Owl focused set with little snowballs. But there's one sentiment that I keep going back to this year. So I think it has something to do with 2020. But the sentiment itself says, believe in the magic. And I just, I think right now it couldn't be a better sentiment for how I feel about everything. I'm normally a Halloween girl, but this year for some reason I just feel like Christmas magic is here. I feel like everything is just sort of adding up and coming together, and I'm really inspired and ready for some holiday magic over the next couple of days. So I hope that you and your family all get together if you can, or do it socially distancing if you need to, depending on how you guys are. But I hope that you enjoy what you can do, and pray for the hope of, you know, what the future is going to be for all of us, and that it's going to be better, because I'll tell you, I miss people. So it's definitely, it's, you know, it's one of those, but I'm so glad we've been able to connect here on my YouTube channel and be able to share that. And here we go with that sentiment. I'm just going to put it down at the bottom left. It's kind of, there he is. See, there's Brentwood with all those little snowballs. Love that set. Probably one of my favorite ones I think I've designed. One of the other things that's really fun, side note, in case you didn't know it, but the words "in the magic," that's actually my handwriting. Like, that's how I write. So I think that's kind of fun when I see like the "believe" and then the "in the magic" is actually not a font. It's how I write. So I thought that was fun. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add some glossy accents to his eyes, just to make him look just a little bit more like a little sad. Because that's kind of how we all made us feel at the end of season 2. But I cannot wait till season 3, so it's going to be great. I love being able to share all my illustrations, my art, so thank you guys. If you'd love to, please go ahead and subscribe. Again, subscribing costs nothing, but if you want to join the extra club to get the extra perks, that's when it costs just a little bit additional. But all that money does go back into buying additional supplies and helping keep my channel moving forward. So again, thank you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful and Merry Christmas. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.